What's up everyone, welcome back to Miami Miles. My name's Mickey. In today's video, my brand new Cayman GT4 RS is here in beautiful, sunny South Florida. Thank you, Uncle Pete. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. But I've had this car for about 200 miles now. And honestly, before I got it, I was unsure if I would fall in love or if it would just be a big letdown. And honestly, in just 200 miles, I can tell you that this thing is incredible. So let's go through the spec of the car. Let me show you how it drives. Let me give you the experience, at least from an owner that's had it for 200 miles. And I'll tell you why you should go right now and put your money down on this, irrespective of the markup. So let's get right into it. So in my hand, I have the option list for this car. The base price for a Cayman GT4 RS is $149,100. Uncle Pete, my guy, the individual that spec'd this beautiful automobile and gave me his allocation, he spec'd the GT Silver metallic paint for $3,540. He spec'd the leather Racetech interior in black with the Arctic gray stitching, $2,160. And now we get into the ultra lightweight options. Uncle Pete wanted this car to be as lightweight as possible, so he optioned the Weissach package for $13,250. That includes multiple bits of carbon fiber, namely the hood, the mirrors, the intakes, the back engine cover, and the spoiler, and it includes the delicious 918 racing buckets. I think that option is a steal. But Uncle Pete didn't stop there with the lightweight specialness. He went with the magnesium wheels, a $15,640 option. It's more for those than it is for that. That is crazy, but I think that these wheels look stunning, and if it had the stock 4RS wheels, I wouldn't like the look of the car as much. But Uncle Pete went a little bit further. You see that right there? The carbon ceramics, an $8,000 option, and then to tie together the entire package, he painted these wheels in the satin gold, which was a $600 option. So overall, ultra lightweight spec on the inside, a total of 10 options. I'm gonna name off the last couple options. We got a fire extinguisher for 140 bucks, the seat belts in Arctic gray at 360 bucks, the light design package at 350, and the deletion of the Sirius XM antenna. I would have deleted that too. And last but not least, the chrono package at $310. One of the simplest spec 4RSs in the world, but probably the lightest. So we've got the lightest 4RS for a grand total of $196,200. But honestly, that's not what I paid. I had to pay 75 grand in markup to get this car. Now, at the time, that felt very fair to me, and I think it still is. For what you get for a total of 270 grand, you're punching up to a class where you're competing against McLarens and Ferraris, but I think this car delivers. So let's go for a ride to show you in the 200 miles of ownership just how good this car is. See you there. Oh. That shot looks good, doesn't it? That's why I've partnered with Faster Media, the company that does all of the storytelling here on my channel, from the editing to the content posts to the strategy to post to Instagram, TikTok, and all other social media platforms. Faster Media has curated a strategy for me that has allowed me to grow. And now for the very first time, they're offering the same services for companies and people looking to grow their social presence. I've put a link down below where you could register your information, reach out to them for a free consultation so that they can design a plan just for you. If you want beautiful content like this, content like the one you guys have seen with my 765, with my GT3, or if you're a realtor, a lawyer, some service provider that wants to break out of obscurity on social, Faster can help your business right now. Click the link down below, put in your information, and Faster Media will reach out to you. Now, don't take all of this at my word. Take it from the proof. Just 1 year ago, I had a couple hundred subscribers on YouTube. I had a couple hundred followers on Instagram and TikTok, and I thought to myself, how can I blow this up? That's when I hired Faster Media, and the results have spoken for themselves. So if you're interested in a service that will do this for you, click the link down below. Anyways, guys, back to the video. So here we are in the GT4 RS. Dude, it's been so long and I've been so anxious to collect this car. First and foremost, Uncle Pete, I love you, man. Thank you for making this possible, because this car in 211 miles of ownership is one of the best cars I've ever driven, and I haven't even taken it to Redline because the car isn't broken in. It's that good. But where do you start with such a piece of perfection? I think the best place to start is how good this car is to live with. I watched this review on Evo magazine where it was disqualified from Car of the Year or something like that because it was too rough on back roads. Now, Miami has some really smooth roads, don't get me wrong, but there are sections of the road which are very bumpy, and I feel like this car is so controlled and well behaved over bumps. It's crazy how wrong those guys were. This car is livable, and something that can attest to that is the fact that my wife, which only drove my 765LT one time, has driven this 3 times in 200 miles. She feels like it's accessible. She feels like she can enjoy it on a road, and I agree with her 100%. This is a car you can enjoy, but just because you can enjoy it on a regular road doesn't make it special. That's when you take your little right foot and you give it a little bit of gas. So, listen to that. Listen to that. 5th gear, 4th gear. Behind me are the carbon brain tubes. And that is a term coined by Uncle Pete, and I couldn't agree more. These carbon intakes feel like they're connected to my soul. Listen to that. Now, how do I describe sound? Well, the first second you put your foot on the gas, you hear this suction, this faint little suction sound, and then the intake opens up and all hell breaks loose even at 4,000 RPM. Oh, 5,000. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've never been in a car in my entire life that sounds better with the windows up than with the windows down or with the top down. It feels like I'm seated right above the engine, and I am, because it's right here. Dude, it is so good, and a hell of an invention by Porsche. It is unbelievable how good this car is. But that's not what makes it some of the experience. The chassis is good, the intake's good, but what else? Well, this little steering wheel is one of the best steering systems I've ever felt in my life. It's an electric system like all modern Porsches, but you feel everything on the road underneath you, and you can point the car exactly where you want. And obviously in Miami, there's a bunch of traffic, a bunch of people getting in and out of your way, but this is the perfect car to maneuver through that traffic because of this steering. And I love how Porsche has outfitted these black paddles with little yellow accents on the plus and minus symbol. That just feels so nice when you click them. That's 3rd gear, 2nd gear, or 3rd gear, 2nd. I think that's a good segue into this PDK gearbox. It is borderline telepathic. You guys have heard that before, but how do I equate it to something? Well, let's equate it. Let's equate it to my 765LT. I feel like this transmission at slow speeds is the better gearbox. It knows what you want to do at all times. And then when you want to turn it up, when I want to downshift 3 times in a couple milliseconds, that's 3rd gear, 4th, 5th, onto the brakes. It is so good. As we rip all the way to 7,000, oh my goodness. A hell of a gearbox, but I do feel like it's lacking a little bit of the excitement that my 765LT had, and I do feel like the 765 was a tad bit faster at executing the shifts. But now, what happens when you actually add a little bit of pace? Oh my God. That was only 6,800 through 3 gears, and the car is incredible. Oh my God!
I haven't even taken this thing remotely close to redline. And it's right away so much better than the GT4. I would say an order of magnitude more satisfying than a regular GT4. Now this car is almost 3 times the price. Well, like 2.5 times. So you would think there is no way, but yes, Porsche has somehow managed to make a GT4 that's a GT4 times 10. It is unbelievable. All right, one more time. 3rd gear. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This car is the total package. It is so good. One of Porsche's greatest hits. And at this juncture, you're probably thinking to yourself, Mickey, don't you have a GT3 with a 4.5 liter that's straight piped? And the answer is yes, I do. But this is so different. It feels so much lighter. I mean, Pete went super ultra light spec. We've got the gold mags, we've got the Weissach, the carbon buckets, the carbon ceramic brakes, no front lift. This thing is as light as the GT4 RS is gonna get, and you feel just how light it is over a road like this. That is one stark contrast between this and my GT3. The other thing is how nimble it is, how you can place it where you want it. Oh. It's funny, I'm gonna be a bit controversial here. I think that this car, when it's broken in, is probably gonna be almost, if not just as fast as my 600 horsepower GT3. This thing is a maniac. This thing is a maniac. I had an argument with a buddy last night. He said that it didn't feel that fast. Well, I was like, we haven't taken it to 9, but if at 7, we're able to access these speeds, imagine at 9. This is a high 10-second car. I'm gonna put an exhaust on it as well that'll add 30 to 40 horsepower to the wheel, i.e. the axle pipes from Fab Speed. Once I put that on, I believe that this car is gonna become unhinged, especially at 9,000 RPM. So overall, guys, this car is a spectacular package. It's good to live with. It's good when you turn up. It provides emotion and excitement at a low speed. Listen to this. It is incredible. I don't know what to say, guys. And this is just a first impression drive. I have gotten to know the car a bit in the last 220 miles, but I don't know it all the way yet. I feel like we've gone through the first and second date, but we really got to on the 3rd one. And I think that's coming soon, guys. Oh my goodness. Let me collect my thoughts. Let me go break this thing in over the next week, and I'm gonna make you a crazy review where we take this thing to 9,000 RPM over and over and over again. I'm so blessed to have this on the channel. I'm so blessed to have you guys. Oh my God. All right. Oh, I'm gonna go conclude this thing now. Peace.
Oh man. All right, that's a complaint. It's hard to get out of those seats, but what an experience, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, where do I start? This car is so light, so nimble, so exciting. Up to 7,000, you saw I didn't take this car once to 9,000 RPM, and it delivers all the fizz and emotion that you want from a car like this. I paid $270,000 and I had doubts. I had some objections, but now unequivocally I can tell you it was a good investment. I think that once this thing gets an exhaust, once I can rip it, it's gonna be one of the greatest cars I've ever driven. It's already one of the best Porsches I've ever driven, and I haven't even driven it hard. So I hope you guys enjoyed that first impression drive, that walk around. Let me know what you think about the spec, what you think about the car, what you want to see me do with this thing down in the comments below, because I'm going to make it happen. We're going to enjoy the out of the GT4 RS. And honestly, before I let you go, I'm going to leave you with this. I think that this car is a baby 765. It's half the price. With markup, without markup, if you calculate it anyway, it's about 50% of the cost, and it delivers probably 80% of the fun. So it's a hell of a value, a hell of a value. Great job, Porsche. but I can't wait to find out what's in store. Maybe that opinion will change. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get worse. Well, stay tuned to find out. I love you guys. Take care.